Okay.
Mhm.
So Tuesday we did the skeletal system and we looked at the framework. So when we're talking about the muscles and everything that goes to, it's the blood flow. This is the start of it. And then when we're doing our muscles as body work practitioners, we tie them together as far as movements, as far as joint movements, as far as understanding body landmarks, as far as all the things, the functions of the skeleton. All right. So we're going to go to the nervous system and then we'll go to the muscular system. Cool. All right. Nervous system.
Mhm.
Just overview, functions, and the structure. The nervous system is the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. That's it. Those three things produce the nervous system. Small but mighty. Of course, it controls the body, its activities, the sensory import of it, and also sends motor responses. We're going to talk about that whole process in a few. Remember the word same, SAME. Just remember, you'll see why I said that. Okay. The nervous system also has the nervous tissue. You have your primary cell, which is the neuron. You have your nervous tissue, which forms the brain, the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, and the peripheral nerves, rather. And then you have your supporting cells, which is the glial cells, and that is your protection and support and nourishment when it comes to your cells. Neurons transmits your electrical signals throughout your body. You're going to see these again. This is just the overview. You know how I break it down to the breakdown. Such as this. Glial cells again is your helper cells. So they protect your neurons. They supply the nutrients that's needed, they eliminate any waste that's going through it, and assist in proper functioning of your neurons. So you have a little bit of clarity when it comes to your actions and things that's going in your body. They play a very crucial role. You may or may not see this much on your test, but it is good to know just in case. Of course, you're talking about neurons and the functions of the brain and the body. You'll see that. All right. So here's the process. So you have your action potential. So you're going to have your electrical impulses. They're going to travel along your neurons to send the signals to the dendrites. So your dendrites are going to receive the signals from your neurons, and then it's going to provide the impulses, and that's going to be transmitted away through axons in the neuron cell body. I'll say that again. Your action potential is your electrical impulses that send the signals to around the neurons rather, and then they are brought through the dendrites when they're receiving the signals from your action potential. And once it is processed, the impulse, the action potential is the impulse. Once it's processed, it is then transmitted away through the neuron cell by your axon. Anyone confused?
Mm.
No? Okay. Break it down again. Your neurons carry messages throughout the body. Your dendrites, you receive the messages from the neurons. Did I make it plain? Okay. Your axon sends messages to the other neurons for on other parts of the body. Okay. Dendrites receive, their axons take it to other parts of the body. Remember the word same because we're going to talk about how that whole chain affects each other. Okay. You have a little thing called the synapse, and that is the gap between your neurons, and these are where the messages are passed throughout your body. Okay. So
So you said remember what now? You
remember
said
the word same, SAME. Okay. Dendrites receive the
Mhm.
messages from the neurons. Axons send messages to other neurons and other parts of the body. The way it looks on here is the way it looks in your body. Okay.
Little creatures.
Little creatures, right? Little, looking like a little
Oh,
critter.
I'm sorry. I'm talking out loud. I
Looking
need
little
to
critters.
mute myself.
You're fine. It's interactive. It's okay. Little creatures.
It's pretty cool. It kind of looks like the thing from the Matrix that swam down in their throat. That's creatures.
Yeah.
Didn't go in. I thought it went in their belly button.
Wherever it went somewhere. I don't
know
remember
which
that
one's
far,
worse,
girl.
the belly button or the mouth.
I don't know where it went, but I don't know.
That's
Look,
interesting.
something got taken in and it looks something like that.
However y'all remember it, just know it enters and it exits. It receives and then it sends. Okay. All right. There are two. I did this one first because I'm about to make it make sense. Remember, there are two divisions of the nervous system. You have your CNS, your central nervous system, which is your brain, your spine, and your spinal cord. That's it, brain and spinal cord. And then your peripheral nervous system that goes throughout the body. So remember, dendrites receive, axons send. Making it make sense?
Yeah.
Dendrites receive the messages, axons send. All right.
Send, S-E-N-D.
S-E-N-D. They send out.
Okay,
They send the
send.
messages
Okay.
out to where they need to go. They send out to the organs. They send it out to wherever the action needs to take place. So nerves outside the central nervous system transmit signals to and from the body. It's electrical signals is coming and it's going right back. Receiving the messages and taking it right back out to have a response. I put this on here because I'm about to break down why I said you understand the word same. Okay. Your functions of the nervous system. Sensory input. We use our 5, sometimes 6 senses. Okay. All right. We gather our information from our senses. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. And when we gather our information, we receive the information from our senses and it gets sent to the brain. Okay. The brain's job is to process what is being sent to it, making information or making decisions on what to do. And then the output, motor output, sends the signals back out to muscles, glands, and any other part of the body to respond to the information or to the decision that was made. Okay. So remember, and I know y'all are so tired of hearing this scenario. Remember when a child touches their hand on a hot counter, on a hot stove. Touch, heat, backing off. Okay. Your sensory input is I touch the counter. I touch the counter and it's hot. I feel heat going through my body. The brain is saying, this is hot, this needs to be fixed. The decision is to move that hand off that heat in time so I won't burn myself. That motor output is what's being sent back down towards that hand to move it fast enough to avoid being burned any further. Okay? All right. Sensory, you're gathering information. Input, sensory input is the input. Integration, the information is going to the brain. Then you have your motor output. The information is going right back out to the muscle or gland or whatever it needs to do to have a response. Any questions?
Okay.
It sounds familiar. Jasmine, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure?
Yeah.
I didn't start that yet. We just started. Morgan, you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Got good? All right. Remember the word same. Sensory is afferent. Sensory, afferent, motor, efferent. Yes, you can take yourself off mute, Miss Valerie. sensory afferent, motor efferent. Okay. Sensory input, the signal is being sent from the body to the brain using your senses, your 5 senses, sensory senses. Sensory afferent, motor efferent. Motor is your response. Okay. Motor is the signal from the brain to your muscles and glands for your response, for your action. Okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't take. Only 2 folks took this class with me. I remember this. Okay, took homeostasis. Sensory afferent, motor efferent. Sensory signals from the body to the brain. Motor signals from the brain to the body. Okay. Got it. I see nods. Okay. Let me know. Okay. All right. I'm making sure. I'm trying to break it down to the breakdown. Let it receive. Your sensory or your sensory receptors. That's what they say. You're receiving information. Again, through your skin. Your skin is a major receptor. It is a stimulus. Okay. All right. So anything of touch, anything of pain, anything of temperature comes through your skin. Right? So when it's a change in environment, the receptors are being detected. The stimulus of that is being detected. Your organs are sensing something and it's going to respond to whatever needs to respond. And that is when your brain reacts to it to have that motor or efferent. Okay? So if skin is a receptor, what are your other receptors? Thinking of your senses. Skin equates to touch. What else you have?
Your eyes.
Huh? Eyes for sight. Right. What else you got? Nose
Your
for smell.
nose.
Right. What else you got?
Your ears and your
Ears
mouth.
for hearing. Exactly. What else you got?
Your
Mouth
mouth.
for mouth. Right. Mouth for, there you go. Okay. Very good. Knowing those senses. So blinking can be a response to, oh, say something that went in your eye and it hurts. You need to get it out, like an eyelash. The brain is like, something's in my eye. The brain is like, okay, blink it out. Blink it out, eyelash pops out. Send it right back to where it needs to go. Okay? Or let me get my hand to get it out of my eye so it won't be affected. Okay? Those things, however you make it make sense. I tasted something horrible. Brain says, spit it out. Like, and it can be as simple as that. That's how our nervous system works. I smell something burnt or bad. Okay, my allergies are acting up. There is pollen all over my environment. There is pollen around. What I need to do is get out of the atmosphere. Okay, got it. Very good. Tongue, we forgot one. Taste, yes. Mouth, we said mouth. Tasting. Okay, we need to spit those out because our tongue has our different taste sensations: bitter, sweet. Was it bitter, sweet, sour, and what else? In our tongue. Bitter, sweet, sour. Not savory, is it?
It wouldn't be salty.
Salty.
Yeah,
So I said
salty,
savory.
yeah.
Yes, salty. You know the word. Yes. So those are receptors, our taste chemicals in our tongue. If something's not sitting well with that, we're not eating it. Okay. Very good. So those are our receptors. So we have our stimulus or receptors, which goes to our sensory portion, like I said. So once it goes to the sensory portion, the central nervous system is then the integration portion. It goes to the brain receives the information, The brain spits out the decision. It goes to our motor neurons, and then it comes to the affecting portion of it. Effect, sensory, motor. Okay, afferent, efferent. Is it clear?
Mhm.
All right. I already talked about this. I'm not going back to that. Very good. So that is how signals are being sent to the brain through our nervous system. All right. Now we're going to break down each system. Cool? All right. First, we have our central nervous system. Our brain consists of our cerebrum. If you have looked at X-Men and you have seen Professor X, he calls his little area cerebrum.
There's actually a little dude on there named Cerebrum too. He's one of the he has superpowers. This is Cerebrum on it.
You got a big superpower then. Because that's controlling. That's in control of the area. Okay. Then you have cerebellum, and then you have the brainstem for the brain. Then we have our spinal cord, which is our pathway for the nervous signals, our nerve signals between the brain and the body. Okay. Reception, receiving area, and then the motor area. Input, output. Okay. We call the brain the boss. It controls everything. Controls our thinking, feeling, moving, all of the things. It processes information from our what? Senses. Right, make it plain. And then our spinal cord is 495, 95, 295, you know, highways. Always moving, always moving. Right? It connects the brain to the rest of the body. It goes, sends messages back and forth, and from the brain to the different parts of the body. So the body can receive what the brain is telling it to do.
If you want to do that,
act
you can
on the responses that it's telling it to do. That is the job. Okay. Got it? All right. The cerebrum has 4 lobes. That could be 5. It has your frontal lobe. Thinking, movement, and speech starts here. So, oh, my head hurts. I'm thinking too much. Literally, that happens. I get a click right here. I'm overthinking. That's literally what happens. And it's just like, oh my gosh, let me slow down real quick. It sits you down. Right?
That's why when your head hurts, you massage your temples.
Yeah.
Temporalis. Yeah.
You're overthinking. You got too much in your memory area.
Mm-hmm.
You got too much. See, we didn't even get the temporal lobe yet. What'd you say, Miss Valerie?
I didn't laugh. I just laughed. Could you go back to the last slide for a moment?
I sure can.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now fast forward. I'm sorry.
Oh, you took a screenshot of it?
Yeah, I did.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I did that
frontal
one
lobe
too.
is for, frontal lobe is for thinking. Oh, my hair, I got too much on my mind. I need to sit down and slow down. It also helps with our speech, organizing thought, problem solving. Any emotions and behavior control in our personality is in our frontal lobe. They call it the executive functions. Our executive thinking. We got so much going on up in here. Okay. So when this hurts, everything shuts
Is
down.
it possible to burn it up? I'm just kidding.
No, we need
I'm just kidding.
Not burn it up. No, we need it. Okay. Then we have our parietal lobe at the top, the 2 up here. Cool. This is our processing, our sensory area, our sensory processing. So touch, temperature, and pain. So, based on what we just went through, we know those receptors go right into this area. and then it responds to the rest of the body. Okay. Touch, temperature, and pain. So anything with the skin-related receptors goes to our parietal lobe. Okay. Then we have our temporal lobe. Hearing and memory. Okay. Hearing and memory. Why is definitely over the ear? Over the temporal. When you have our ears ringing, it's going to happen in your temporal lobe area. Right? There you go. Occipital lobe is in the back of our head. That's our vision area. Eyes up in the front. When they say you have eyes in the back of your head, we talk about your occipital lobe. You got your occipital lobe in the back of your head. Okay. Right.
So let me ask you, if a person gets a slap in the back of their head and it is that brutal, it will cause temporary blindness?
It sure can. If someone
Okay.
knocks the wind out of you and you're quick, like literally you're quickly blinking, it's going to affect your vision. Your reaction. Your equilibrium can be off. You're just like, whoa, let me sit down. You feel the dizziness back here.
Dizziness.
But it isn't exactly.
Is which one?
See, make it make sense. There you go. Temporal lobe is also language. I did.
There's a question, there's a question. One of this morning, there's a question. If you have a headache, which lobe is responsible?
Depending on what? Where it depends on where your headache is. Your headache could be in a different place than your head.
Yeah, the way the question it was the frontal lobe. If you have a headache or something to that effect.
Oh, that was the question.
answer
If
was
you have
frontal.
a headache, where to go? Okay. You're thinking too much.
Which is response? No, I'm saying that on one of the Mblex prep that question came up. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I got it is because I'm thinking, okay, so headache, and I rub the temples. Yeah, and that is the unanswered frontal because right above, yeah. And when I got it, the explanation said that.
Yes, your frontal lobe is the whole situation here. Your temples are here, even though your temporal lobe is under it.
Yeah.
Confused. Your temples are here, and you can the pulse. So you'll feel it. You'll feel it throbbing. So yes, it's in the frontal lobe. This is your frontal lobe. This is going to give you a headache. Okay. Folks who have migraines, though, can affect their vision.
Yes, because they always want dark, cool places. The light affects them, triggers it.
Light affects their exactly. So they gotta be in dark. Exactly. There you go. You got it. Very good. Very, very good. All right. Let's break down the CNS. The cerebellum is for balance, coordination, and posture. We were just talking about equilibrium. Okay. Your cerebellum helps with your balance, your coordination, and your posture. So, folks who have vertigo, it affects what?
Cerebellum.
Very good. So any types of coordination when it comes to balance, such as picking up something, walking, playing sports, instrument, learning. Oh, I just said instrument. Eye movement, watching TV. Be careful with that. Tracking an object with your eyes. Your cerebellum is the one to do that.
So let me ask you this. So we're in church and the music is going and everybody's clapping in sync, but one person clap out. That means it has to do with this? No, I'm just saying. Because everybody clapping.
Teaching the clap technique. So
no, because it has to do with movement. It has to coordination.
So if there is a defect, it can be with the cerebellum. If there is any type of defect that affects certain things like that, it could definitely be with the cerebellum. You're looking at
okay.
Yep.
Something not transmitting, something is blocking something.
Something is blocking, exactly.
Okay.
Nothing is being, the signal is blocking, they're not receiving it. The integration portion isn't happening in that area. Okay, something is blocking. Blood flow can be blocking. Something can be blocking that area to get what it needs to, what it needs to.
It could be that the nerves are afraid. It didn't have to do anything to do with the nerves, like the nerve endings, the neurons, the signals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It definitely can. Anything that causes effect to that area. Very good. Very good. Brainstem. There are 4 parts of the brainstem. It includes your midbrain, the pons, the medulla oblongata. 3. The medulla oblongata. No, 4. I said what I said. It's 4 because there's the reactive system you'll see. If this is impaired, vital functions are impaired. Your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, your reflexes. If this is impaired, you are no longer here. Vital means vital functions. If your heart rate is affected by this or cut off, if your breathing is cut off, your digestion, your reflex, if that is shut down, you are declining. Okay? Your brainstem is affected. All right. Your midbrain is your vision center and your auditory center. It helps with muscle tone and posture. Remember what I said, vital organs. Okay? Your pons affect your breathing, your eye movement, and your facial expressions. So when we're doing muscle facial expressions, you know you work in that pons area. If I say smile and we smile, pons is working. Okay? The medulla oblongata is the one that affects your vital functions. So heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing. If that is and not infected, if that is defected, maybe losing your life, unfortunately. Okay, the medulla oblongata is a major vital function control. Okay. And then you have your reticular activating system, which is your respiration, your blood pressure, your heart rate, endocrine secretion, and conditioning reflexes. So your brainstem is really important to your life and your livelihood. Okay. Without certain things, those can become a vegetable and or worse. Okay. Any questions there? I know it got real dark real quick. Okay. So brainstem controls your vital functions. All right. Oh, we're good with the central nervous system. You still with me?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. What is same?
Same is the effort, effect, the motor, and sensory.
Sensory afferent, motor efferent.
Okay.
What F?
So what does sensory and afferent do?
From the body to the body.
I can't remember.
From the body to the body.
Yeah.
No.
From the body to the brain and from the brain to the body.
I was like, no. From the body to
brain to the body and body. Brain to the body. Body.
Take your time.
From the brain. Yes. It moves from your brain. Then it go to your body. And then it sends the signal from the brain to the body. That's all. When you use the senses.
I was waiting for that word.
That is the afferent.
What sends what to the brain? What's the process?
The senses, which is the afferent, which is the 5 senses, send the signal to the brain. That is SA. And then the motor Mm-hmm.
afferent, and it
Which
makes
is
sense to
afferent, yes. Sense it
your
back to the body and tell the body what to do. Example, the child and the hot plate and the stove and all of that.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. The body responds,
Mm-hmm.
yes, to the organs.
Yeah.
So for instance, your heart, what? Your heart is constantly beating. I'm not from Boston. Your heart is constantly beating. Say your heart.
Your
It's
hot.
constantly your heart. So that signal was always there to that organ. I need you to breathe, your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breath. I need you to breathe slowly. And exhale, right? I need you to smell a flower. And make sure I breathe out after I smell it. Okay. Senses are a major thing. Oh, this smells good. And that's gonna attract a whole nother thing and a whole nother body response. You might like it or you might not. But it's being sent back out. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, guys. Am I making it plain enough?
Yes.
Good, 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 good. Cool. All right. The peripheral nervous system has two somatic system and autonomic. Lordy, that word every time. Autonomic. If you think of autonomic, you think of automatic. It already does it without you needing to do stuff. Somatic, you have to do stuff for it to work. Somatic is voluntary, so your skeletal muscles are a part of your somatic nervous system. I'm doing this. My somatic nervous system is all out of whack. That's me doing it. I got control. I move my arms. I'm not controlling the pulse of my heart right now. I can if I move fast, but I'm not physically doing that, right? Digestion, eating, all that is involuntary functions. I don't have control of that. Okay. Get it? Morgan, don't look at me like that. Morgan's just like, girl.
What is Sharon banging pots over there?
Said, girl, where you been? I don't know who taught this class to y'all, but where you been?
I'm my phone, trying to charge it, but take like screenshots of all the pictures as well.
Y'all gonna have this. I got it.
It's recording.
It's recorded.
I know it is, but I still want it in my phone.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Like I said again, the nerves, wires connected just like the highway, all over the place. Spine, brain, and the rest of the body is carrying messages to and from the brain and the spinal cord. We know how the nervous system functions. Somatic nerves controls voluntary movements. Just like Morgan's doing right now, her somatic nervous system is on the roll right now. But it's okay. You're using my example right now. You're trying to get your stuff. Jasmine up in here doing that. Hey, that your somatic nervous system right now. Yeah. Okay. Heartbeat and digestion. Yep. Autonomic. I'm gonna get that word. Autonomic nervous system. Automatic. Okay. We don't have control of that. Very good. Any questions there?
No.
I definitely want
the epiglottis?
Huh?
That the epiglottis?
What about
once you swallow, it is automatic because of the muscles?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We control the movement of, but everything else when it comes to pulse and things like that, that's voluntary. We don't have control of that. Because it pumps, the heart pumps throughout the whole body. We gonna go through, remember that system. Y'all learn that system. That's something that I can't forget.
Yes.
All right.
Ventricle. The aorta.
Very good. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Bicuspid valve. Tricuspid valve.
Very good. You want to see it again? I'll get a little refresher of that too. Like I said, every portion you're going to get it. When we talk about the pathologies, you'll get a briefing of the system. Then we're going to talk about pathologies that are with it because it just makes sense. All right. You have 12 cranial nerves. Olfactory. Ol goes with smell. Okay. Medical terminology for a reason. Optic is for your vision. Ocular, motor is your eye. Ocular. Your trochlear is in your eyes. Movement.
Trochlea.
Okay. Let me get my little thing here because I got this up here for a reason. This is why I did that. All right. I say olfactory, your nose. Optic just looks like just a lens, your optic eye. Okay. Ocular motor, the muscle of the pupil. Okay. Then you go down to your trochlea area. Okay. Abducens controls your eye movements. These are all portion of your eye. So 3 through, sorry, I forgot one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 6. No, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are for your eye. Trigeminal is for your face as a whole. Yes. Trigeminal is your face sensation. So anything as far as face, sinuses, and your teeth, trigeminal. That's your nerve for that. Trying to go in order. Then your abducens or your eye movement. All right. Your facial, of course, is for your facial expressions, muscles of the face. It's number 7. All right. This one gets fun. When it comes to your hearing and your balance, your vestibular cochlear. You got your cochlear, and you got your vestibular. Number 8. Those are with your hearing and your balance. Which part of the brain works with your hearing and your balance?
Hearing,
Balance.
balance.
What's your balance?
The front.
The temporal.
Temporal?
The temporal.
Or your
temporal,
frontal?
The lobe. That is the temporal lobe.
Temporal lobe. Hearing. Very good. Very, very good. Cool. Now, we're going to number 9. I'm going to break this down. Glossopharyngeal. Pharynx. Tonsils. Tongue. The whole system here. Okay? Your motor area. Okay? Your tonsils, your pharynx. Pharynx and your pharynx. This is your taste area and your swallowing area. Number 9. This one, you know, your vagus nerve, your autonomic functions, your involuntary functions. I can't control these. My heart, my lungs, the way my palate is, how everything goes after I digest something, my pharynx, my larynx, my trachea, my breathing, my bronchi, your gastrointestinal tract, you're not in control of that. Your sensory portion when it comes to your heart, lungs, your trachea, and the same also your external ear. How you hear stuff is how you hear things. Your autonomic functions are in that vagus nerve. Okay. Then you have our accessory nerve, your sternocleidomastoid, and your trapezius muscles. So anything when it comes to the shoulder and neck movement, that's my accessory nerve. Pop quiz. I'm gonna say it again. What is the joint? And I'm going back from the 2 days ago. What is the joint that associates with the neck?
Joint. No, no, that one there.
Oh man.
That's sorry.
What's
Wait.
the
No,
joint?
no, that one there.
What's the joint
Joint.
that rotates?
No. I'm in the corner today, my brother.
Repeat the question.
What is the joint? What is the joint that does the action of rotation of your neck and your wrist? Or your
pivot.
Your pivot joint. Pivot. We're not owls. We can only pivot but so far. Our pivot joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we're knowing our cranial nerve of number 11, our accessory nerves, helps with the shoulder and our neck movement, helps with the pivot joint.
Mm-hmm.
Elevation, depression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to them in a little bit. And then we have our glossal tongue movement. Anything with glossal, taste, and tongue is associated with the tongue. Again, we're going to know our medical terminology. All right. So our tongue muscles are our hypoglossal nerve, number 12. Any questions? Did y'all screenshot it? Go ahead. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Don't move it, miss. Don't move it.
I'm not
This phone.
I'm not touching at all. You got it.
Sure.
Put this light on now. I can't see y'all. Sorry.
This will be stuck out here. Mm-hmm.
If a client has a defect in their sense of smell, what cranial nerve is impaired?
Olfactory.
The olfactory nerve.
Olfactory nerve is impaired. Very good. If a client has a defect in their hearing imbalance, I'll give you that one to you again. Which cranial nerve is impaired?
I missed that.
Their hearing imbalance. You said number 7? Yes. Vestibular ocular.
You said number 8.
Vestibular, number 8. Yes, not number 7. Number 8. Very good. If something is wrong with my autonomic functions, what am I looking towards?
That you don't have any control over. That has to do with the digestive.
That would be your vagus nerve.
Your vagus nerve.
The vagus?
Yes, what I do not have control over, your autonomic functions, is your vagus nerve.
Okay.
Number 10.
Number 10. If I can't move my neck but a certain way, I'm a little stuck in this area, my shoulder area. I just got some tenderness and some tension here, some tingling. There's a lot going on here. I can't move it. I'm stuck.
11.
Number 11, your accessory nerve. Very good. If my vision is impaired, who am I going to?
I got them.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
And what they going to do? Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
They going to look at all these.
Number 2.
Number 2, your optic nerve. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Oh, let me erase all my little circles here. Good job, guys. How y'all hanging?
This is fun.
Good, 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 good. I tried to
And I hope by the time the test come up, I remember everything.
That's why I said every time you do this, you take a mental break because it's a lot of information.
Yes,
You
take a
got
break.
to retain.
Yeah.
You got to retain. You have to retain.
Yeah.
Don't come in here and take a test. No, retain. All right.
Mm-mm.
All right. Your spinal nerves has 31 pairs in their functions, and their plexus is usually associated with that type of name of the area of the spinal nerve. I know that was a lot to say. Your cervical nerve, 8 pairs, neck, shoulders, and your diaphragm. Cervix, neck, shoulders, diaphragm. Okay.
The queen, and this so this is the head, and this is the spine. Okay.
Thoracic nerves, 12 pairs, chest, abdominal, and your abdominal muscles. Thoracic, your middle area. Chest and your frontal area, your chest and abdominal muscles. Lumbar, 5, lower back and legs. Okay. Your sacral is your pelvis and your feet. Okay. Yeah. Your sciatic is there, your tibial nerve is there, your peroneal nerves are there. Your pelvis and your feet. Where is your sacral plexus? Think of your chakras. So that is where your pelvis in going down. Okay. And across your coccygeal is your tailbone. Vagus nerve, your cranial nerve, vagus nerve. Autonomic system. Okay. I'm gonna break it down some more. All right. You have 3 nerve plexes in the body, your cervical, your brachial, and your lumbosacral.
Lumbo?
Lumbar. Lumbar.
Oh.
Lumbo. Like limbo.
Really work overtime.
Your lumbar. those your plexus work over.
No, no, I'm just saying the devil really work overtime with. I don't know what is wrong. Miss, can you just go back to the spinal nerve? The 31 pairs.
There you go.
Yes. Lumbar is fine. That is lower back and leg. Okay. Lumbago.
Hanging out with her friends. You know how she is. Oh, you can call her.
Okay, Miss, thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
Cervical plexus. Cervical plexus is also including your phrenic nerve. Phrenic nerve. Remember your phrenic nerve because it's the one that controls your diaphragm and your breathing. Phrenic. In your cervical plex. Remember that. Brachial plex, arms and shoulders. Brachioradialis. Brachialis. Arms and shoulders. Your radial nerve, your ulnar nerve, your axillary nerve, your musculocutaneous nerve, your biceps, forearms, helps with flexion, your radial nerve, your posterior arm, and your wrist extension. Auxiliary nerve, your deltoid and shoulder movement. Your medium nerve is your palm and your wrist. Your ulnar nerve is on the pinky side. It helps with those finger movements. Ulnar nerve, radius, ulnar. Okay. Your lumbosacral plexus are your legs and lower body. So your sciatic nerve is the part of that. Oh, that sciatic nerve. The largest nerve, unfortunately,
Ooh.
that runs down the back of the leg, unfortunately. And I keep saying unfortunately because that lovely nerve can pin people down if it's inflamed. Mm-hmm. Now I'm working on 2 people as I speak that have that situation right now. Sciatic. So yeah, it's fine. For normal, your femoral nerve is associated with what?
The femur.
Your femur. What is your femur?
Uh,
What?
The thigh, the
Your thigh.
largest,
Your
the
thigh.
largest
bone.
Your
bone.
thigh. So any type of knee extension, your thigh. Your obturator nerve, Morgan and Shaniqua, your inner thigh and hip abduction. Remember from the other day we talked about the obturator. Your tibial nerve is, of course, your tibia. That has your posterior leg
Mm-hmm.
and your plantar flexion. Okay? Your tibia is what bone?
Shin.
Your shin bone. Very good. Your common perennial nerves. Where are your perennial nerves? Where's your perennial muscles? What are you?
Perineum?
Peroneus. Perennial. Peroneus. Brevis and longus on the side.
In your heel.
That's your fibula. Your fibular
Fibula.
muscles. That's the one that cover your fibula. So the things that help with the lateral leg. So your foot dorsiflexion, your deep peroneal nerve, and your toe extension, and also the front of the leg too. And your superficial peroneal nerve is the lateral foot for eversion. So the side of your foot, your brevis and longus. Stop it. I'm trying to get here. You got some ice cream. I see you. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're making it. You get it. Any questions?
Oh, the tibial nerve. After the back of the leg. Plantar flexion, dorsal. Okay.
So, if you get...
Oh, skeletal.
Huh?
No, not you.
But, okay. If you get a client that may have some impairment or some tension or some or a slight I won't say a slight, a tingling or sharp pain in their lateral leg, which nerve plexus is affected? Which nerve plexus is affected?
So that has to do with eversion towards the outside ankle.
What's that?
So the common perennial nerve.
That's the nerve. Which the nerve plexus that's affected though? That's the nerve, yes. The nerve plexus that would be associated with the nerve. Lumbosacral, yes. Anything with the legs and lower body is your lumbosacral. So, if you get a question like that on Mblex, remember what the question is asking. Not the nerve plexus.
Okay.
You got the nerve right, but the plexus, I answered you wrong because the plexus is the lumbosacral.
Okay. That's where I got.
That's how they try to get you. Okay. I'm trying to tell you. All right.
Lower body. Okay.
Yes.
Legs. So anything from the waist down.
Waist down is the lumbosacral.
Okay.
Now, knowing your peroneus muscles will show you if it's common, deep, or superficial. Okay. Lateral leg, peroneal common. Front of the leg, deep. Lateral foot for eversion is superficial. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Good job. I got this. I think this is it for the nerve system. Right. Muscular system. This is our area. This is what we work on. This is what we do. Okay. So the muscles functions. One movement with our skeletal muscles. We'll talk about that in a second. What that consists of. So anything that collaborates with with your skeletal system, with our voluntary movements. Voluntary. Yes, voluntary. Okay. It also generates heat. So regulating body temperature. We in in less than 24 hours or within 24 hours has had cold weather and hot weather for the DMV. Sick of it. Went from 50 degrees to 80 in less than 24 hours. So heat production, our body has to adjust to the temperatures in our environment. Okay. Our muscles especially do as well. It helps with posture and stability. So, of course, when we talk about joints and sustaining posture and stabilizing our joints, it helps with our respiration. Think of our soft tissue organs or organs in the body. The diaphragm is one of them. It helps with the breathing in our lungs and our diaphragm. It helps with digestion, our smooth muscles, and our digestive system, making food flow smoothly through our digestive system. And also helps with our cardiac muscles for our circulation. So pumping blood, propels blood while smoothing the muscles in our blood and the vessels, regulating the blood flow and pressure. So our muscles do a whole lot with different systems in our body. And the control is our brain. Voluntary and involuntary. Got it? See, all plays together. Our muscular tissue are our muscles. So our movement, we contract our bones. Contract and pull on our bones, rather. The muscles contract and we're pulling on our bones. Posture and stability keeps the body upright. Our spine upright. Our torso. How our muscles are shaped in our abdominal area. Of course, I'll talk about heat production as well. So shivering, maintain body temperature. Yep. Circulation in our digestion through heartbeat and peristalsis in the digestive tract. Those are all our muscles. We have 3 types of muscles. We have our cardiac muscle. Cardiac is what?
Heart.
Cardiac is the heart. Is it voluntary or involuntary?
It is involuntary.
Our cardiac muscle is involuntary. It's also striated. It's found in the heart. It pumps blood. Very good. What about our smooth muscle? Is it voluntary or involuntary? Our smooth muscles or the ones in our organs? Involuntary. We do not have control of that at all. Involuntary. So it's our organs and blood vessels. It controls the flow and movement. We do not have control of that. The only one we have control of is our skeletal muscle. That is voluntary and striated. Our smooth muscle is not striated. It has to be smooth. If it's striated, it is not smooth. Okay? Oh, sorry, if it's striated, it's not smooth. Our skeletal muscle is striated and it attaches to our bones and allows the movement through our limbs. So what is the only muscle tissue that we have control of?
Our skeletal.
Our skeletal muscle is the only one we have control of. Very good. Very good. Very good. Is our smooth muscle striated or not striated?
Not striated.
Not striated. Striated, we got these lines. Cardiac, got these lines. Why do we need these lines in our cardiac? To pump the blood, to move the circle, to move our blood flow, to move our blood flow. Okay. This off because when I switch to the next one, we're not gonna have them lines on here. Any questions with that? Very good. All right, I talked about these, the skeletal muscles, because the fibers are organized, they are voluntary. We can control them. They are attached to bone, enabling us to move. Cardiac, similar to the skeletal, they are branched and interconnected. They are involuntary and continuously contracting, hence why they are striated to pump blood throughout the heart. Looks just like that. Smooth muscles have to be smooth and it's not voluntary. We do not have control. They are found in our organs, stomach, intestines, blood vessels, and our bladder. The urinary system, kidneys, where they move substances through these systems. Comes full circle.
Yeah.
All right. Cool beans. Now, this is when it gets fun. How do our muscles work? It starts from our brain. Of course, it starts from here. Our integration response goes here. We have to react. It sends the signals to our brain to prompt the muscle activation. We just talked about that. Then the muscles respond by contracting upon receiving the signal from our brain. And then the contraction comes from the movement. So that's the action portion, and then we move. We apply the force on our bones, leading to our movement. So if we got to run, we gonna run. If the thought is to run, don't get up and go. And after we have got up into our fight or flight response, now we have to bring it back down and relax for the next action to take place. So after we contract, we have to relax our muscles. Starts with the brain. Method behind my madness. All right, and what does this look like? So we talk about the structures and our components. We have something called our sarcomeres, which are the units of fiber of our muscles. And this causes our contraction. So you see the skeletal muscle here, when it contracts, the muscle fibers contract, and those are becoming our sarcomeres. We have 3 proteins you might want to think about. We have actin and myosin. Myosin, of course, is muscle. So they slide to create the muscle contraction. They create the muscle contraction. Sarcomeres contract. They're responsible for it, and this is why they contract. Okay. Now, if there is something that we do not need to contract, the myosin is the protein that regulates it to prevent unwanted contractions. For instance, what's a very good? Let me go back. Let me find a very good example of when myosin would not be a great time to react. And I'll give something. If you have to fall and something's trying to stumble your fall, and you might be trying to avoid breaking the bone, the myosin will be the one that just like let's try to fall a different way. Well, let's not react.
Oh yes, we just went on a walk and my kids was behind me as we was taking photos, and I fell and stepped on Denny, but it was a graceful fall. She didn't get all my weight.
There you go. There you go. Okay, we don't want unwanted contractions. Okay. All right, we're going to break this down even further. So we have our nerve impulses that reaches the muscle, brain to muscle. Calcium ions release, binding our troponin. Tropomyosin shifts, exposing our actin, our muscle protein. And then it heads to attach, form cross bridges, all for muscle contraction. Our energy powers the contraction, the energy of force, which acts over the myosin, and then relaxation occurs when the calcium is pumped back into storage. Calcium ions are released, starting the contraction. Calcium ions are put back to relax the muscle. Full circle moment. Okay.
We did this?
Yes.
Oh.
Did we do this?
This sounds like it's the first I'm hearing it.
So, oh, we didn't do this. No,
Okay.
because I didn't talk about the muscular system when you started.
Hmm.
You start. I came in like your middle end. This is the beginning.
I'm sure we didn't do this.
Oh, okay. You learn homeostasis. So you learn about your hormones and your proteins and things of your body in homeostasis.
Mm-hmm.
About reaction, fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
About that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is just breaking it down.
That's all I remember. Yes.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is a
This
little
is
bit more.
just okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what ATP is? It's your energy.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you see ATP, it's your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
I have none right now. Oh,
You have them right now? It's all good. We almost there. We almost there. All right. You have muscle shapes. You have your parallel fibers. So if you're looking at your rectus abdominis, these are parallel fibers. If you're looking at how your leg muscles are formed, these are parallel fibers. Rectus abdominis, parallel fibers. Okay. You have your fusiform here, which are in your arms, your biceps brachii. So if you have a bodybuilder, you can see all these. Every single one. These are your spindled shape, and they have a wider belly at the top, and they have tapered ends at the bottom. Fusiform. Okay. We have our pinnate muscles. We have our unipinnate, which is 1, bi is 2, and your multi, which is multiple. Your multipinnate is your deltoid there. You have bipinnate, which is in your rectus femoris. Your unipinnate is in your extensor digitorum longus, so going towards your feet. Digits, remember digitorium, extensor digits, we'll get to that. And that's going to be your unipinnate. Uni 1, bi 2, multi, multiple. They're all feather-like. You have your circular fibers, your orbicularis orbis, your orbicularis oculi, your eyes. Those are your 2 circular ones. 3. Then you have your convergent muscles, which they spread out abroad. So your pec muscles, your pec major muscles, those are your convergent muscles. Those are your muscle shapes. Cool. Any questions there? Again, you're going to have this. It's recorded. It's bringing it full circle. You ain't seen these in a very long time. Very, very long time. That's a very, very long time. And these predates me for your class. By the time I came around, I had learned all this before. Okay. Or not. We're gonna shaking our head. Or not. That ain't got that. Listen, ain't got nothing to do with that. It's okay. You learn it now. It's all right. It's all right. Now, these muscle actions, you will need to know this because this will pop up in your test. These really will stomp you if you don't understand what's going on. You have their muscle movement of concentric versus eccentric contractions, how your muscles contract. Concentric means your muscle is being shortened. There's reasons why they say people lift weights. If one muscle is being shortened, the other one is being lengthened. Shortening your muscles is concentric. You're lifting a weight, you're shortening it. When you're elongating it, that becomes, and lengthening it, that becomes eccentric. So your muscle is being lengthened under tension. So when you lower the weight, you feel that pressure of your muscle being strengthened under tension, being lengthened under tension. Okay? All right. Now, You then have your isometric contractions, which is under your eccentric. So thinking about your muscle lengthening, when you're talking about eccentric, you'll then go to isometric and isotonic because you're still lengthening the muscle. So these go with each other. Isometric means there is no change in your muscle being lengthened. It's just tension. If you have done a plank, you're doing anything but standing still. And your muscle is lengthening and it's stretching when there is no change to how your body is parallel to the floor. It's gonna hurt. But you are not changing the muscle length. It's just the tension from the plank that you're doing. Okay? You and gravity. Isotonic, on the other hand, is changed to create movement. So a bicep curl, isotonic. Muscle is changed to create the movement. Okay? It changes the length. That makes it isotonic. Isometric is just tension. There's no change. Isotonic, there are changes to create the movement. Does anyone have any questions on that one? That one can be a doozy. Okay, let me know.
Now I understand it. Now
You understand it better now, right? Listen, it took me a very long time.
I guess because I related to working out.
Exactly.
Especially when you said doing planks and doing planks,
You're stable. You're in one position.
It takes time my goal is one day to be able to hold it 9 minutes like this lady, right? I'm only up to 3, so I'm nowhere near there.
Somebody's gonna make it 30 seconds.
But like you said, your body shake or you be like ready to just fall on your face. But I understand that holding the thing and it hurt.
It hurt. It's just tension.
Right.
Tension. There is no change. You were in a stable position and you were just there. With that.
And it works everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
It works everything. Yeah.
See? There you go.
So hopefully I won't get that wrong no more in the test.
Listen, when I say that is something that I had to go over so many times to really understand it, that's why I said, if you have any questions on this one, I understand.
So isotonic will help me keep that in mind, that the movement.
The movement, yes.
And the plank is the isometric.
Exactly. Okay. So if you're just holding this and you're just stable, your muscle
is isometric.
It's isometric.
Right.
So all this is isotonic.
I thank God for you because it sure will not explain to me like that.
Listen. The amount of confusion with just this group by itself. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any questions on this one? Like I said, I try to make it plain as possible. Okay. No problem. All right. Now, these are the actions of your muscles. You have flexion and extension. If y'all want to take a picture of that, I need y'all to take a picture of it. Definitely screenshot this one.
Abduction, adduction. Oh my God.
Flexion, extending.
Oh, the one that cerebrum.
Inversion, eversion. Oh my God. This stuff makes me
pronation, rotation.
I used to hate that. Plantar fat chart and Lord, is that there too? Oh my gosh. Yep. I don't have my glasses on, but I know it's
folks forget about this one. Opposition, you might see that in the test. Opposition?
Yeah. Which one?
Opposition.
So
thumb movement across the palm to touch the fingertips. The opposing finger. Your thumb is touching.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that much with these, but you can do it definitely with your thumb. So this is opposition.
I just had that covered up with your picture.
Oh. You're like, what's this? Lateral deviation. Also, deviation. Lateral deviation, your jaw. Protraction and retraction.
Yeah, I remember that was on there too.
Inversion, eversion is with your feet. Moving your feet inward and outward. Circumduction.
These ladies don't have to worry about that no more.
Yes. Circumduction is your whole arm circles. So it combines flexion, extension, abduction, and abduction. So your arm circles. Going out and you're going in. Anything else?
Do the circumduction again.
Circumduction is your circular movement that combines flexion, extension, abduction, going inward, and abduction, going outward. Your arm circles are circumduction.
Okay.
So move your arm in circles if it's the sign of circumduction. Extension and flexion. Okay. Rotation. Pivot joint, rotation. What joint extends and flexes? What joint? No. I'll name the joints. You have hinge, you have ball and socket, you have condyloid, you have pivot, you have gliding.
Condyloid?
No.
No. Say that again.
You have hinge, you have pivot, you have condyloid, you have ball and socket, hinge, pivot, condyloid, ball and socket, gliding.
It wouldn't be ball and socket. That's this one.
That's your ball and socket. Yes, you have two of those.
That's this one.
That's your ball and socket.
It wouldn't be that one.
So would that be a
hinge?
That is a hinge joint. Yes, front and back.
Okay.
That's your hinge joint.
Because it swings.
It swings.
Yes, front and back. Very good. Very, very good. Rotation, like I said, is your pivot joint. Okay. Supination and pronation.
Front, back.
Pivot. Pivot joint as well. Inversion and eversion. Your gliding joint is your
I can't do that no more.
Oh, you can't? Oh no.
Sometimes, but it hurts now.
Oh, you know what your clock says already, huh?
Your condyloid is in your fingers.
Okay.
Oh.
Crack it open. It's a weird looking little joint. What's your missing?
Try not to use your thumb so much. You get like me.
I know it's gonna be bad. So the fact that
that feel good, I'm telling you.
That's a word. So yes, these are your muscle actions. I think we got one more. Yep. And this is our last slide, guys. We made it. See, you want it. And last but not least, good. We have our muscle rolls.
Barely.
We have our muscle rolls. I told you.
Go get them, Nyla.
So we have our prime movers, our synergists, our antagonists, and our fixators. Our prime movers are our agonists. The muscle that is solely responsible for movement. So let's go back to our biceps curl. And I like this guy here. I'm glad I saw that image. Our agonist is the one that's responsible for the movement. So if we're going back to the biceps curl, our biceps brachii are responsible for the movement. Our synergists assist the mover. So our brachioradialis here assists our agonist. We need that to curl the muscle. I need you to help me curl this weight. On the opposite is our antagonist, our opposing movement. So our triceps would be our antagonist, the opposite. So the prime mover is being shortened while our antagonist is being lengthened. Lengthening this, shortening this. Now, throughout all these things, there are muscles that aren't moving at all, but just being there for support. To make sure our joints are exactly where they need to be and nothing's going crazy. So our fixators or our stabilizers will be our rotator cuffs. We here, and we here. Everything else is doing what it's supposed to do, but they're not going nowhere. I'm stabilizing my shoulder right now. Okay. While you doing this, I'm gonna just sit here for a moment and wait till you done. So this is not being affected. It's just stabilizing. So it's keeping the joint steady. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
There you go. So pretty much everything, this one says in a squat. So your core muscles, even in the squat, they just keep it steady. Any questions? Pretty self-explanatory, folks.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay.